Hello everybody, this is Steve, N1IBC, and this is video number 2 on my quest for a pan adapter for my TS590. We were trying out the software, the HD SDR software and the SDR Sharp, and in the first video I made a comment on leaning more towards SDR Sharp. Well, I've since changed my mind. For the reason being that the HD SDR incorporates a lot of features that are very handy with what I like to do. It actually interfaces with Ham Radio Deluxe, which I use as my logging and radio control program, and using it to actually talk between all three pieces, meaning the 590, HD SDR, and Ham Radio Deluxe. So any frequency correction using any one of those sources will make the other two follow. So everything is in sync. It all tracks evenly. There's a slight delay when tuning the VFO on the TS590. I don't really care about that. That's life. So anyhow. So anyway, what we're doing here is we're trying out the buffer amp that I picked up from Clifton Laboratories, and it is assembled. I did my voltage and resistance checks, and everything is in working order. It's pulling the amount of current that it should, which is about 15 to 20 milliamps, and that seems to be working fine. And I had some issues with the high noise generation on 14 megahertz and lower. And I think what the problem was is those leads that I was using there to clip onto the piece of coax that you see with the PL259, those were all extended, and I believe they were picking up some noise here within the shack. Tonight, for some reason, I decided to wrap them up in a ball, and I've kind of created a little RF choke. So the signals on the pan adapter, the band scope, are very, very strong. They're definitely readable, which I could hardly hear them before. The noise level was over minus 100 dB. Now it's probably about minus 130, so the noise floor is way down compared to before. So I think we have success here. So I'm I'm very pleased, let me word it that way, with the operation of the op amp. And I think at this point I do feel confident installing it in the TS590, although a good friend of mine, K1JI, is going to perform an analysis using his spectrum analyzer and making sure that the isolation is what it's supposed to be, which from what I gather, there hasn't been any issues with that. And also that I don't have anything stray coming out of my high quality SDR receiver here. So that's about it. I'll post this on YouTube, and when I get it installed, I will make a third video. I know of no one that's done this modification other than K3IT. There's a lot of talk about using relay boxes, and the IFs can't be tapped and all this stuff, and we're gonna find out. So I'm very much curious to see how things are going to pan out here. So anyway, thanks for bearing with me, and that's it. So stay tuned for video number 3 on the quest for a 590 pan adapter. 7-3.